Now that you know how to numerically describe categorical variables, we'll move on to graphically describing categorical variables. While graphical descriptions can be a little bit limited in their depth of analysis, they are fantastic methods for quickly getting a feel for your data. Additionally, I find that graphical descriptions of your variables often have a much greater impact than numerical descriptions. This is particularly true for non-technical audiences. Watch and follow along as I show you how to make some basic graphs using SAS. I want to start this demonstration with a little caveat. In my opinion, there are far easier to use graphics programs that produce better looking results than SAS. To me, even Excel is better for simple charts than SAS. However, for the sake of completeness, I will demonstrate using proc-sgplot and proc-gchart to create vertical and horizontal bar charts. Here we're reading some inline data that contain information about sex and body mass index for 20 people. Let's go ahead and run a proc-freq to create a frequency report for BMI in this sample. Great, so most of the participants in this sample are neither overweight nor obese. Additionally, we have one participant for which BMI is missing. Now let's take a look at this distribution in graphical form. Proc-sgplot and proc-gchart are two procedures that can be used to create graphs in SAS. If you look at the SAS documentation for these two procedures, you'll see that there are a lot of options and they're capable of creating pretty complex graphs. However, the programs you need to write to make these graphs can also be pretty complex, so we're going to keep it simple for now. Here I'm just showing you how to create vertical bar graphs and horizontal bar graphs using both sgplot and gchart. Notice that the basic syntax is almost identical. You start with the keywords proc-sgplot or gchart, depending on which procedure you want to use. Then there's the keyword data, followed by the dataset you want to use. The second statement tells SAS what kind of graph you want to create. VBAR tells SAS to make a vertical bar graph, and HBAR tells SAS to make a horizontal bar graph. Next, you tell SAS what variable you want graphed. Here we're using the variable BMI. And finally, you end the proc step with a run statement. The first graph is what results from proc-sgplot, and the second graph is what results from proc-gchart. Although their appearance is slightly different, the information contained is identical. And again, you can customize these graphs quite a bit if you take the time to learn the options for each procedure. As an example, here we add the data label option to the VBAR statement, and the values for the response variable are displayed at the end of each bar. The next two proc steps are identical to the previous two proc steps, except that they use an HBAR statement instead of a VBAR statement. Here we can see one additional difference between proc-sgplot and proc-gchart. By default, proc-gchart gives us a little table of descriptive statistics along with the figure. You see that it gives all the information that proc-freq gives by default. So, this can be a very nice way to initially view the distribution of your categorical variables. Now I'd like for you to practice graphing frequencies and percentages.